You was thinking about trying one of these? Hey, Reptilian, did I show you how to scale the hotbars yet, or did you figure it out? Because I actually figured it out. The road was like, you get better. Well, remember Pantheon was the remember Pantheon originally, if you forgot. Oh, you have it? Pantheon is what they call like there's normally the Holy Trinity. In Pantheon it's called the Holy Quadrinity. So in Pantheon, the goal is the groups, if I remember correctly, groups can go up to I think 6 players in a group. So you have a CC, a healer, a tank, and then 3 DPS. So that's kind of the way the groups are supposed to. You're supposed to have a CC because certain boss mechanics have to be interrupted, otherwise you could really struggle. So the CC class is really baked into kind of the concept of their group design. Okay, so to scale your UI, because it makes perfect sense, right? Like what you do with everything else is you right click on the frame and it brings up the scale. You go to your chat window, and I love how this chat window just loves to move around. Even though it's locked, it still loves to move around. So you gotta, and look, when I unlocked it, it moved back to where it's supposed to go. So now we can relock it, and it's where it's supposed to be. So most windows you just right click and you can do it. So here, like of course you would think you would just right click on the bar, right? You'd be right clicking on the bar here. You don't right click on the bar. Guess where you right click? You right click between the buttons. And lo and behold, the scaling options come up. so right so right click between the icons, the slots. And of course, you can also, if you didn't know this already, which you may not or you may have known, is you can move the bar. It's just not easy to get a hold of. Just keep left clicking and dragging on the or across the edges, right? Keep left clicking and dragging across these edges of the bar. And eventually, let me make sure this isn't locked. Eventually, I'm not lying. Normally it's not this difficult. Let me do a different bar. Huh. I wonder, let me do this. Let me lock the position and save it. Let me unlock, save it. There we go. Oh, so you have moved them? Okay, cool. You can move them, but it's just hard. You got to keep, and now I moved it to a place I don't want it, and I got to figure out how to move it back. Oh my God. It's all your fault, Reptilian. It's all your fault. Yeah, but I always let go of the mouse button because I think it's not going to move. There we go. Okay. Drag from where you right click, maybe. No, I mean, it doesn't matter. And you don't even right click. I'm just left clicking and dragging. Oh, you mean drag from where you right click? Oh, yeah, I didn't. Let me try that. Maybe that's what it is. Save. Oh, yeah, you're right. Dude, you're totally right. It's the same thing. You drag from in between. I had it working, dragging across, so. Oh, so that's why it was so hard to do. Yeah, definitely not what you would expect. Not in the least. So very, very bizarre. But hey, and it was someone in the forum, someone in Discord. I asked in Discord. Actually, it wasn't just me. A lot of people were asking about scaling the hotbars, and there was even a thread on it. And I posted using my annoying like blue text as I do, just because I know if I do that, people will actually fucking read it. So what I mean by that is when I do something in a forum and I want somebody to respond, I always do this blue reptilian. I always go in and I say, let's see. That way when it comes up in blue in this box, and that way people have no choice because it's like impossible not to read that when you see that in the Discord. It's like impossible not to read that. It's just so hard not to. It's my way of being like, hey, pay attention to me. Read this damn thing. Yeah, so I'm sure. So you can thank me because now I'm sure that your bars are going to look a lot better. So I'm trying the direlord because you know how I did that? Yeah, just do it's the ticks, above the tilde. Do that 3 ticks fix, and then type, then text, type your text, and then do the 3 ticks to close after that line. But there's lots of different colors you can do a Discord. I mean, there's other ones you can do. Like, I mean, you can go to, let's see, just try different ones. Usually, like any kind of code, like you can do like HTML. If that does, HTML, not JS should do something. Test, right? And so that one doesn't do any colors. There's the fix is the one I use. Test. But there's different ones. You could try JSS maybe or CSS. Test. No, they change all the time too. Like sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Um, Also, some of them require that you put characters around the text. There, see, like, look how it's blue in the middle, and then when I do another CS, it all becomes blue. JS does nothing. HTML. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of different ones. Yeah. And then I actually, let's see. Hold on one second. Here you go. I got something for you. Where's your? So, oh, that didn't really work, did it? That didn't. That did not work. Hold on a second. That's probably not gonna work either. That's not gonna work because I'm not on the server. Holy shit, this bright text is blinding me. Let me try just for fun. So you could do like MD test. Some of them work and some of them don't. Like that one doesn't. Like some of them have changed through the years. Like YAML usually works. Yeah, test. Yeah, see that's slightly light blue, right? And I think diff works. Diff. Yeah, see a lot of these aren't working anymore. Yeah, see, a lot of these don't work anymore. It's weird how like these used to all work and now they don't. The fixed one still works. Here, this one should work, I think. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, that's a good one. ARM's a good one. So you can see there's different ones. There's different ones. So yeah, I like the orange. I use the blue a lot. The orange is a good one. The orange is well. Here, I'll send you the article. But yeah, they're really useful if you want to like make your. Here's the article. They're really useful if you want to make your comments stand out. You know.
Nightmarish creature. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
This is like this audio clip from the Darkest Dungeon popped into the back of my head when I was playing while I was playing Pantheon. You know, just fine. Yeah, that's what was in the back of my head. These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten. Yeah, no problem. But you know what? Remember earlier when you first started playing Pantheon and I started playing and I said, "What level are you?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm level 3." And I was like, "Man, he's level 3 already." You know why I said that? Because I didn't realize that when you create your character in Pantheon, it gives you 2 scrolls of abilities in your bags. I had no idea. I mean, why would I think that? You know, so I created my characters and I just started playing. So I leveled from 1 all the way to like level 3 or 4 with one ability on my paladin, right? And trust me, it took a while. It was like, man, this game's grindy. Yeah. Well, how would I know? I mean, in most MMOs, they don't give you scrolls at level 1 in your bags that magically give you other abilities. You know what I mean? Those. So the this character's pretty interesting. So it's kind of like it's kind of like a Death Knight. I mean, you do like damage over time. You have, like, but this spell here is Blood Boil or Boil Blood, corrupt an enemy. It does damage over time. This one here actually has a stacking. It's a stacking spell that can be cast multiple times, and it stacks threat. So you just keep casting this on a mob, and you're gonna build like a massive amount of threat. So you have to apologize. My speech isn't going to be good because I'm ridiculously tired. I've streamed way too much the last few days that I'm completely exhausted. They really need to fix the combat text. The floating combat text is all over the place, and it's just like you don't even look at the text, the combat text, because it's so bad. I mean, it's like all over. It like overlaps each other, and good luck trying to even make sense of it. You know what I mean? It's really bad. And I really miss the offset camera. You know, like I wonder if there's any way I can. Let's see, Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, offset camera. I don't know. There's probably no way we can do it. Let me put a comment in the. Actually, I'm going to save this Discord link as well. And I have a private channel and my Discord server that I throw stuff like this. All right, so I'm going to put a post on. Where is the Pantheon? Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. So, is there any feedback as far as creator side? Oh, I guess we could put up our stream if we wanted to. All right, might as well. Although this stream's probably not going to be super amazing because I'm super tired. Manage videos. Get shareable link. All right. Fan art. Blah blah. Creators. All right. So, is there a feedback? There's no feedback. Where do we here? General feedback. All right. Darkness needs to be shorter. This is 100% wrong. Where did I see that? No. How do I downvote this? Definitely leave darkness alone. All right. Here. Just to annoy people, Reptilian? um, yeah, here it says here. So someone's already mentioned the combat tags. Is there a way to turn off floating combat tags? For the love of God, please fix this. There's no need to see the title abilities that are used in float. Yeah, yeah. You can see here's a great example. I mean, this is kind of the shit you get with the floating combat text. It's just is a disaster. Yeah, this needs to be yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to put any. I'm not going to give feedback. I'm sure that anything I come up with right now that I've thought of has probably already been discussed. You know what I mean? So I'm not too concerned with it. Ooh, I just beat this guy's butt. That was like annihilated him. All right. And these targeting windows. Oh my god. And we can't scale this either. Now I'm clicking on every different part of these bars, Reptilian, because of how weird it was with the action bars. You know. I've really got the levels cranked up. There's a lot of haze in this game. Yeah. I've really turned up the contrast and stuff. Like, there's a lot of background fog and haze they have. They a little bit too much for my taste. But you see that in games where the background is kind of sparse and the textures aren't real good. And what happens is if you don't have this background haze, it looks really bland. So for this particular type of game, I can kind of understand why they did it. But this bar is just too big. I need to be able to block these things. All right, the tactical ding. You gonna head out? All right. You've been getting up at 5 and going to bed at midnight too many days. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, like on Sunday, Reptilian, I streamed like 13 hours on Sunday, and then yesterday, I think I streamed like 6 hours yesterday night. Yeah, I'm definitely exhausted. But I want to get up a little bit on this character. I mean, I may, I don't know. I thought about going to bed for like 4 hours and coming back and then playing. Like, I have better luck if I literally go to bed at like 9 o'clock, sleep till like midnight or something, and then come back and play for like 3 hours as opposed to trying to play for 3 hours from 9 o'clock, you know? Oh yeah, I mean, I've got a ton of work to do tomorrow too, so it's kind of like, but oh, I got a lot, but I have a lot of meetings, so I actually, honestly, I can kind of recuperate in the meetings. This is what coffee's for, Reptilian. This is what coffee's for. First thing I do when I get up in the morning is make a big cup of coffee, a big pot of coffee. But yeah, have a good night, man. I'm glad I was able to help you with your hot bars and yeah, try out the direlord. I played the paladin to level 7, and the paladin's good, but the direlord feels a little bit better in that it's nice to have some ranged abilities, and I think some of the casting animations feel a little bit better. I do think that some of the animations are a little bit over the top, but it feels like I'm playing Final Fantasy or something. But that's better than being under the top, I guess. Yeah, but have a good night, man. Yeah, I do too. I do too. But from what I hear, the direlord has just as good as. From what I hear, I have to experience it for myself. But I have heard the direlord. I've heard two things. One, it's overpowered, and two, it's underpowered. So typical MMO. Typical MMO, right? Oh my God, direlord's overpowered. You got to nerf it. And then the next person, oh my God, direlord sucks. It can't. It's so weak. You know what I mean? It's got really good damage. It's got really good damage. I hear that once I get to like level 4, then I get an ability that allows me to life tap, I think. I'll be able to like life tap. And then that'll be my sustain. It's basically, you're like a death knight. You're sucking the enemy of your enemy. It's like Death Strike. Think of like a death knight with Death Strike. That's what it is. So. An ogre. I had to do the halfling. I like this starting zone quite a bit. Oh my God, I'm getting low on health. I want to look at the other. There was a video I saw that had the zones. Let's see. It was should be in my history.
Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. As the 5, they will be may not be.
Yeah, this video has some really good footage of the different zones in the game. I've never seen anyone other than this one. So, like here, I haven't seen this zone. There's like this. There's a snow zone. I don't know which zone that is, but I'm really excited to see that because I love snow in MMOs.
The third thing to know is that there are 6 zones to explore, and they categorize these as large zones that you will be able to explore upon early access.
Here's the zones.
And that is,
look, a vendor's pass has snow in it. See this snow? This is like straight up Skyrim, man. You know, I love snow, so I'm a big fan of snow.
Access, and that is Thronefast, Avendir's Pass, Hallnir Cave, Silent Plains, Eastern Plains, and
okay, the Silent Plains looks cool.
Wild's End. Each zone will have dungeons and hidden treasures.
But look at Wild's End. Wild's End, the one I started, and I think it's probably the best. It's so cool
to seek out.
I think Wild's End is really good. But the other one is a Vendor's Pass. So Vendor's Pass is the other one. I don't know which one you start, but this one looks cool.
Fast, Avendir's Pass, Hallnir Cave, Silent Plains.
Yeah, I like this one though. I like it's a little pinky, but I like it. Ooh, skeleton. I better heal up first. Alright, I'll see you, man. Have a good night, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh my god, that's gonna be bad. I'm never gonna get any sleep, am I? Ooh, we got something. We got a robe? We got some cloth armor. It's got 5 armor as opposed to 3 armor. I can't tell what it looks like. Does it? It doesn't even look any different. It's like the same skin. Man. Do a lot of damage as a direlord. I don't know how to do sound and background, unfortunately. And another item. A hood. Creepy, crazy looking hood. I look like I'm a... I don't know what I look like a horrible peasant. Horrible peasant girl. Crap, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Maybe not. Oh man. I just still got 2 mobs. That's pretty impressive for a level, what, level 2 or 3? What am I? Level 2. At least, no, if you read the stream title, it's the direlord. We're trying out the direlord. And I got this awful cap that I looted. This awful hat that I looted. Brought that return to a big bad. Oh, you mean like an enemy? No, I never usually refer to an enemy in the title. It's usually just the type of class I'm playing usually. But yeah, I can see how you might think that. But yeah, direlord is a class in the game. The direlord. It's definitely different. The direlord does way more damage than the paladin at low level, but paladin's got that amazing sustain. But we just used our 30-minute cooldown. We just used our 30-minute cooldown to save our life. So we have a 30-minute cooldown. It's like a lay on hands. Even so, we're still dying. I don't know why this guy's so tough for me, but he is. It's because I keep missing. Even with my 30-minute lay on hands, it looks like I'm gonna still die. Yeah, it looks like I'm still gonna die. Yeah. Wow. And I thought I killed one of these guys, just like my other character. I could have sworn I did. Yeah, I guess I didn't. I guess not. Oh, and you don't have to do the corpse walk until after level 5, so we don't really lose anything for dying at that level. Can't seem to climb down the stairs. Oh well, it doesn't matter. And of course, someone on the Discord already put on Pantheon. They already put like, oh, it's too dark. Shorten the nighttime cycle. It happens every time. Look, this happens every time. The darkness in this game is too long. Man, every fucking, every time a game has a night cycle, somebody cries about it. It always makes me mad. Every time the game has a night cycle, some Yahoo cries about it, and they go away, and it sucks. Black Desert had night. It was awesome. Even WoW had night before it was officially released. I'm not gonna. I'm just typing this out. I'm not gonna post it. Released, and it was removed. What other games have had Dark Knight that was removed? Black Desert had it. World of Warcraft actually had it before it was released, and it was removed. But yeah, so this is and I posted, I definitely leave darkness alone. No, darkness is just right 100%. But the darkness is so dangerous or something. I don't know what. This guy's weird. That said, yeah, they need to open up options to deal with darkness, and they just haven't done it yet. This is. Can we do a thumbs down on this? How do I thumbs down something? We need like a thumbs down. This is bullshit. Nothing needs to be done with the darkness. The darkness is just fine. You know? Can we give the middle finger? There we go, thumbs down. Well, it looks like the night's probably going to get goat because there's too many people that are Care Bears. They can't handle it. It makes me sad. Well, all they really need to do is just allow you to attach. You know, like here, you just need to do it like just do darkness here. Just do darkness. How Dragon's Dogma does it. Allow a lantern to be attached to your hip. So you have freedom to use both hands for your weapons. Problem solved. Do not lighten the dark or shorten dark cycle. That's perfect. As is. I just hate it when people. I hate it when people remove dark. So many MMOs have no balls, man. No balls. Oh, your biggest complaint about the Night Elf land was that it didn't have a night cycle? Yeah. I just get so tired of all the people crying. Oh, it's so dark, I can't see night. I actually run around without the torch at night because it's cool. If you watched me streaming earlier, I mean, I took the torch and put it away in the middle of the night because it's freaking badass. It looks cool. But, you know, I'm not afraid of the dark. That's what we need to put in there. And look, Adal's going to comment. This guy comments on everything. This guy is commenting on like everything. He looks like he spent too many days out in the woods or something. Improvision was a thing? Was it really? Was it really? He goes, you thumbs down my post, but then bring up an option covered by what I said. Make it make sense. And then I just thumb down his posting. I didn't read. Well, see, you know, if you post, like, let's see how many times did he post. That said, they need to open up options to deal with the darkness, and they just haven't done that yet. Okay, I don't see what he's talking about. So he goes, look, you thumbed down my post, but then bring up an option covered by what I said. And he says, that said, they need to open up options to deal with darkness, and they just haven't done that yet. And access to those need to be fairly early. You may have brought up an option. I don't know. I don't see where you really brought up an option. All you said was they need to open up options. You better be a lot more specific. You know, your generic response was too generic. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm trolling, rolling, we're trolling. I don't know how to do sound and background on this game. I don't think we can. Maybe maybe I don't think there's options either for video. Now we want full screen. No, see, that doesn't work. Now, whether it's full screen or not full screen, I still have no sound and background. And there's no option for sound and background. I wonder if click to clear targets means click. Oh yeah, yeah, we definitely want to disable that. Disable click to clear targets. If I click here, if I right click him and wait a second, if I right click him and click somewhere else, it doesn't clear. I have to literally click a different target, or probably hit the escape key. Sticky targeting, maybe? Yeah, it really sucks that I can't do stuff on my other monitor without losing sound, so I apologize, but there's really not much I can do about it. Sacrifice souls dies. Ripping back is the same. Holding right click plus turning. Who? What? You don't need... Okay, I don't understand this post whatsoever. Holding right click plus turning equals strafing. I much prefer WASD as forward, turn left, back, turn right with QE as strafe left and strafe. Oh yeah, if you're going to use Q and E as strafe left and strafe right, which is what I do, you don't need to use turn at all. Like I always, like the first thing I do in any MMO is I go into the inputs and I go to turn left and turn right and I just unbind it. I mean, you don't ever turn in an MMO. Like you turn with the mouse. Like right click turns, right? This turns. If you want to strafe, you just use the strafe keys, right? If you want to, you don't even need backwards really, because you could just go backwards by doing this. The only reason that I'm actually not going to unbind the backwards key is because it's useful for this when I want to climb straight back down. So that's the only reason I still actually use the back key. These damn scorpions are always glitched out for some reason. Yeah, so this, and I think probably why no one's really responded to this. No one's even reacted to that because it just doesn't really make sense. Name for the inn, goblin supply chest, looking for group channel, consider system. Demyth really needs some love from the dev. Who's Demyth? Must be a boss or something? Seizure warning? Yeah. You know, auto attack cast spells or shoot arrows at 90% should be a thing. But being able to stand at 90 degrees and still be able to attack enemies should not be a thing. Stand at 90 degrees. Which causes being very easy to cut away from enemies. This would be optimized shot. Yeah, that makes sense. So basically, I think what he's saying is you can literally be facing away from your mob. And here, let's try it. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. So I can cast spells while I'm facing completely the opposite direction. And the really only reason that's a problem is it's just a problem for PvP because I could be running away from people. Let me try that. I want to try this. We can be running away and hit. Yeah, it didn't work. Honestly, it's not that big a deal if it's a... I mean, it's a big deal if it's an instant cast, but if it's a cast spell, it really doesn't... Because I still have to stand still on a casting skill. It's a casting spell. A spell that requires casting, so... But yeah, it really shouldn't be allowed to do that. Need UI scaling. This is actually fixed. Yeah, see in between the two slots. Yeah, kind of weird. Yeah, this is weird. Weapon swap in combat. Yeah, this is actually I like this one. I don't know why people would thumbs down. I actually like this one. This guy wants to be able to weapon swap in combat. I think that's would be pretty cool. Yeah, this is where I'd very much like to swap to a shield sometimes. Yeah, I think weapon swap in combat would be really, really good. Yeah, knockdown should have death sign animation. Agree. When I'm healing, I'm watching the mob. When I'm healing, I'm watching the mob titles and party health, not the combat log. When out of range error LOS error happens, I don't always see what's going on. It would be great if there was a bong or a beep or something. Standard visual, we would totally expect in demand. I assume devs know this too. Yeah, I agree with this. I think. Actually, I don't know if it. because you don't really have this in WoW. Like if something's out of range, the game doesn't beep at you. So I don't really agree with this. I just think that there should be a more prominent text on the screen letting you know. The problem with this game is the scrolling text on the screen is really, really messed up, and it overlaps each other. It's really hard to see. It's hard to read. So if you fix that, I don't think you need a sound. Rune staff, torso. How do I help? How do I help? Friends paladin. I'm on. Total package. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, man. I'm just kind of going through the feedback here. I'm just curious what people are saying. Hey guys, I faced some huge aggro problems as paladin level 20. For the ones that I have the same problem, I suggest going two-hand tanking. This makes me sad. I never want to see two-hand tanking in any MMO because to me, like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like World of Warcraft, a lot of people two-hand tank because you can generate more threat just simply because damage creates threat. So I think this is a problem, and I don't think you should ever two-hand tank in MMOs. I just don't like that idea because I'm very class fantasy based, and I think that a meat shield should, someone who's tanking damage should have a shield because that's what shield's for. It's help to protect you. So if you're tanking, instead of this, I agree with this. I mean, that's fine. That's fine, but if this is true, fix the problem. I don't like two-hand tanking. Does not feel like class fantasy that I would want to buy into. Would much rather you add more threat-based abilities with the shield, preferably, as opposed to encouraging tanks to forego their shield. Just seems I like sword and board. Can't help it. Give me shield slam, shield toss, shield charge, shield spin, shield knock up. Keep them coming. Oh, I love them all. Ooh, somehow I started climbing a tree. Crap, we just got multiple targets. We're gonna die. Yeah, we're probably dead here. We're definitely dead here. We're definitely dead. See you, Laser. Have a good one.
echoes of the ruby red river that flows through this darkening concrete, devouring ghosts to float by. I'm with them, up in the current and taking in whole. I've been struggling, strangling, others in tow. Have my eyes gone missing? Imagining sequences, playing back visions by stereo air and fragmenting emissions. I'm lost and found in the loneliest thing in the shape of a fist that I wish I could bring in this bitter abyss. Is my petrified heart still pounding? Out on the balcony, reaching out to design this epiphany and what the sidewalks will do. And I just, in the process, it's the means to the end. It's the glass bottom vessel and depths it extends to the spins between us. If I could, I'd cut through the cables and cords, but I'd never be able. My life's at the table with yours. Immortal. Nothing is sacred and nothing is sure anymore, except all that you are and stand for. Guide me toward your portal. Your portal. Your portal.
Oh, I actually hit my 30-minute ability, but it was too late. The skeletons, I think what it must be is that I think they're. I'm gonna have to kill one of those again, but I think they're resistant to my damage. Like I think the skeleton's just resistant to the type of magic I have. And I think that's why I'm having so much trouble with them. Because a couple times I've attacked those skeletons, which normally like on a paladin I wouldn't have any problems with, but we're struggling, and I just gonna assume that they're immune to, you know. It says corrupt an enemy with your essence, causing them their blood to boil. Well, skeletons don't have blood, and then afflict an enemy's mind with relentless apparitions. I'm just gonna guess that they're immune to my abilities. That would kind of suck. Because think about it, if you're gonna be a tank and you can't handle undead, it's like. That's terrible. That's just straight up terrible. You can't handle undead. So that's a real problem. If that's true, that direlords are really weak versus undead, I definitely won't play a direlord. I don't want a tank that can't, that's super weak against a specific type of mob. So we played the direlord. It's okay. I mean, it's not great. I mean, it felt good in the beginning. The damage is good, but man, against undead. Let's see if we can find that undead again. He's just going to kill me again, but I want to see... When we cast our spells, let's see if it says immune. Like, we're going to cast Blood Boil. Now, skeletons don't have blood, so let's see what happens. See, it did damage. And we're going to cast this spell. I'm going to try not to aggro the scorpion. Okay, so we had no problem against me. It could just be that other skeleton was too high level or something? Because that skeleton just went down like nothing. Maybe it's just a level thing. Oh, he just went down, man. This is like 1 minute he was there, and next minute he was gone. That was kind of crazy. crap. We're gonna die. We're gonna probably die again. Oh, man. Another hood. So the direlords is okay. The sustain, I feel like, I mean, it's really low level, so I'd have to see more of the spells and abilities, but definitely does more damage than the paladin. But I feel squishier because you don't have. Well, of course, I don't have a shield in the paladin until I get to like level 6 probably. You have this shield ability, but it felt pretty. It felt kind of weak. How do we go back to the character list without logging out? I don't think there is a way to do it. Level 18 cleric, nice. And that person's putting in some hours. Okay, we got to try, let's see, get rid of this. Somehow I closed the game. What happened there? All right. I think the one other cleric that I'm interested in, I wasn't really super interested in direlord, but it was the guy on the stream that was telling me about it. Like, he's like, you gotta play direlord. But I have heard people talking about they are tanks, so, and I do like playing tanks, but the other class I was interested in was, I think, the cleric.
Tell me it's a bad thing. Being with you is distracting. You'll be everlasting on my lips. Your small manipulations of the palest invitations. Test the limitations of my grip, of my grip, of my grip, of my grip.
I don't know. I'm too tired. I gotta go. But I don't know. We're gonna probably try it. Let's see what our classes are there. Cleric is one I want to try. I think any caster would be kind of cool. I believe Reptilian was saying Enchanter's the CC class, I believe. Shaman was another class that kind of interesting, but similar to Paladin. And then maybe it was Necromancer that was the CC specialist. I think Cleric is probably primarily just a healer. I think I need to do a little. I haven't looked. It's so funny because I used to follow Pantheon way, 10 years ago, or like I don't know, like 8 years ago or 5 years ago. It probably wasn't that long ago. It was like 5 years ago. I knew more about the game then than I do now because I stopped following the game because I wasn't sure if it'd ever come out. But now it is. Here we go. It's here in its playable state. So I need to figure out more. I need to go back and read up on the classes and see what each class can do as far as from like a hybrid point of view. I mean, can a cleric, what kind of survivability do they have? Do they have any kind of off-tank potential, or are they just purely healers? That kind of thing. My favorite version of clerics in MMOs are ones that are very tanky, that have a shield, but can also like heal as well. Cleric does not seem to have a shield. But anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I'm gonna get some sleep, much needed sleep. Peace out.